18-year-old Matteo is scrolling through a blog called Countdowners at 12:22 a.m. His world isn't much farther than ours, but there's one key difference: the Deathcast, an organization with access to mysterious technology that gives people 24 hours notice of their death, usually via call. The whole world has adapted to this reality, with businesses and apps specifically constructed around catering to deckers, the term placed on these unfortunate people, to blogs and platforms to serve as digital diaries like the one Matteo is reading right now. Suddenly, the dreaded ringtone chimes, disturbing Matteo's quiet surfing. He will die in 24 hours. We visit Rufus next. 17-year-old Rufus is in the middle of beating up a boy named Peck when he receives the horrifying call that his mother, father, and sister Olivia also received 6 months prior, causing him to land in foster care. Disturbed that his last act is one of brutality, someone that he doesn't usually reflect, he vows to have a meaningful funeral. In his world, in funerals, the people are still alive and are able to say goodbye to their families. Unfortunately, Peck is also his ex girlfriend and foster sibling's current boyfriend, the reason for the beatdown, and she, Amy, brings him along. This ends up in the unintended consequence of the police being called, his friends forcing Rufus to escape by causing a ruckus, lest he spends his last day in a grimy jail cell. Through the Last Friend app, Matteo and Rufus somehow meet. Polar opposites, both complement and contrast each other, and over the day go on adventures and activities, gaining, sometimes losing, but mostly gaining each other's trust, and eventually helping the other boy grow and live as their authentic self. Mateo hyper-focuses on death and is very introverted, desperately wants to break out of his shell, while Rufus needs to come to terms with his family's death, but tends to only focus on living in the moment. During their last event of the night, Mateo comes out, fully stepping out of his former self. He and Rufus has fallen in love with each other, and they spend their last moments happy with who they become.